We've got 3 large rooms and a hallway decorated with vintage and antique decorations. This is the rear parlor of the Decorative Arts Center. This is the room that most people come into at the beginning. I have a display of early lighting on this table. These are oil lamps, anywhere from the late 1700s until the early 1900s, actually held water with a floating wick on a small thin layer of oil. This grouping is interesting because this is electric lights from about 1904. Most people didn't have electric in their homes at that point in time, especially in rural areas. The first electric fixtures in houses typically were overhead lights like this, and the light bulb would screw out, and you would actually screw that base of that string into it, place the tree right underneath the light, and let your strings of light cascade down 3 sides of it. On the grand piano, I've created a tableau of a nativity scene. It's a different nativity scene than what most Americans see. They typically see the manger being in a stable, a wooden stable. This is a Southern European image. So the concept here is that the birth of Christ is creating a new world on the ruins of the old Roman Empire. So you see a lot of the Roman Empire. You see houses that are built into, the remains of things, a big Roman gate, even the soldiers. So you've got a little bit of that Bethlehem concept going there. Both my wife and I were history majors in college, so that concept of history is in our blood. Both Jeanne and I are educators. And so, we put all this together, the love of history, the love of educating people, and the love of collecting and displaying. This is how you end up with displays like this. We have done a salute to World War I, World War II. The interesting thing of the ornaments at this time period, the silvering is gone from the ornaments. That silver went to the Manhattan Project, which is now known as the Atomic Bomb Project, because silver conducts electricity much better than copper. The tops, which we think of as being made out of metal or aluminum, were replaced with cardboard. And even the hooks themselves went to the war effort. And a really unusual gift for the World War II era would be this pair of nylon stockings. And in the back is a ration book from the same time period. The Blue Star banners were displayed during the war in windows, doors. It was a way of publicly stating how many members of your family were in the war effort. That is my grandmother's. And one of those stars represents my Uncle Mont, and the other one represents my father. Both of them were in World War II. All the pieces that are on display here come from our collection, mine and Jeanne's. So this is 1970s, 80s, and 90s tree, but it's the Johnson tree. All the pictures of the little kids in there that they made in preschool and kindergarten, first grade, those are all our kids. This is Jeanne and my very first Christmas ornament. That one, of an older gentleman and a 2-year-old in his hands. I'm the 2-year-old. We've been collecting for a little over 50 years, and our collection has been predicated on the idea of doing museum displays. Russia, since the revolution in 1917, really didn't do Christmas. It was an atheistic type of government. So these type of decorations were called New Year's decorations, New Year's tree. So most of the decorations are very secular. There's a bird, and there's a cat in a box, a Zeppelin with the CCCP, Soviet Union design on it. There's a couple cosmonauts on here. We actually start the designing and concept of what we may be doing next year in January as we're taking the old one down. Some things are repeated, they're popular. The Victorian Christmas has been popular, and we've done that 2 or 3 times. But we always try to change up things so that when visitors repeat and come back, they see something new. Our Victorian tree has a wide range of decorations, anywhere from about the 1850s, 1840s, up until about 1910. One of the most rewarding things is when people say, oh, I remember that on Mom and Dad's tree, or my grandparents' tree. When they look at the toys and say, oh, I had that for Christmas, or I wish that I had that for Christmas. 2 girls at Christmas time and they're catching Santa Claus. And it's a totally different Santa Claus than the one that we have today, really bushy-haired and kind of not the type of guy you want to wake up to find maybe in your room filling your stockings.